This is my Super 73 SG1. I got it for my 14th birthday in the summer of 2019, and I've loved it every second I've had it. It's capable, it's tough, and most of all, it's super fun. With it, I've had so much fun, in fact, that I even convinced my brother to get one of his own. We've had such a blast riding around together around my grandparents' house in Normandy. Not only that, but it's also my daily commuter. It's driving me through most of high school, when there wasn't COVID, and now it's even driving me to university where I study electrical engineering. Now, after 5 years, I've noticed it aging. Some paint chipping away, a few rust spots here and there, but mostly I've been longing for a performance upgrade for a while now. I definitely think it's time for a refresh. I'm talking top to bottom, full upgrade. My goals are more power, more range, upgradability, and longevity. So, in this episode, we're tackling arguably the most important part of this build, the motor. So, like many others in the e-bike space it seems, I decided to trust Grin with the all-axle hub. It's very well built and definitely feels very robust as well. It comes with an L10 connector as well as a pass sensor connector and a Shimano HG hub, as well as a Statorade fill port. And by the way, Statorade is Grin's ferrofluid cooling solution for e-bike hubs. So this Canadian motor is supposed to be adaptable to any kind of dropout. Sadly, when I bought mine, the fat version of this motor wasn't available yet. So, with the help of my brother, who is in mechanical engineering, I made my own. It definitely took a few tries, but in the end, we prevailed.
There's no play, absolutely none. No play, in all directions.
It's made from 316L stainless steel, which we chose for its high resistance to corrosion, since we're going to be riding it next to the salty and sandy beaches of Normandy. I'll let you admire the finished product. I should also mention we have the CAD drawings, so if anybody's interested, I can definitely put them up online. And here's how it's mounted on the motor. I calculated the size of my spokes using the Grin spoke calculator, and I built the wheel following Grin's How to Build a Hub Motor video. I chose the Shimano R7000 cassette and derailleur because its gears should perfectly match the speeds at which we'll be traveling. First off, we're dismantling the battery mount to fit it with a Anderson connector instead of a controller. I apologize in advance for what you're about to see. It's necessary evil. Ow, 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 ow. Well, that's enough of that. So long, old friend. You're a controller no more. The only real way to get rid of a resin-filled PCB is to cook it, right? Well, I'm pretty sure I burned it. So here's our new adapter. While the cycle analyst may look a bit dated to some, I think it fits in perfectly with the retro style of our bike. But more importantly, it's packed with a lot of functionality and data, like for example the power consumption of our bike, or torque levels, or regens. It's very interesting. here you can see me learning to set up the battery voltage as well as the wheel circumference on the Cycloanalyst. Finally, I'm in these little extension cables to connect the brake lever and throttle to the controller. It's time for final assembly. Pretty straightforward. Out with the old, in with the new. The only funky part about this build is the extra large spacer we had to put in to mount the torque arm because of the dishing offset. Yeah! The first test went great, but before we go out on the road, we can't forget about the derailleur. The first thing I noticed out on the road was how much noise the wind was making. It really made me appreciate the difference between my old geared hub motor and the new direct drive. It's infinitely quieter. It's also an amazing hill climber. It's very torquey even at high speeds. Top speed has also improved from 38 to about 45 on a full charge. I definitely think the bike is more fun now than it ever was. In the end, this is a huge step forward for my bike. I'm so happy about the payoff. Finally finishing this bike has been, one of the most satisfying experiences I've ever had. These projects are tough. When ordering all these components, you never really know if everything is going to work as intended, and if any of your efforts are going to be rewarded. Here, I'm definitely spoiled by this new system. I'm absolutely amazed by how much more performance we're able to get out of the same 5-year-old battery, and I'm absolutely loving the plethora of new functionality coming out of the Cycloanalyst. Although, the part I'm most proud of is definitely the axle. I guess we've managed to finally confirm that this motor is indeed all axle. I'm so happy we finally got it just perfect. I have to give a huge thanks to my brother for his essential help during this build. Without him, nothing here would have been possible. I'd also like to thank Grin for making this awesome motor and controller, as well as for the amount of resources they put online that has taught me so much about e-bikes. I can wholeheartedly recommend anybody to go check out their website. The links are in the description. So, what's next? Well, in the coming month, you can expect a video about building a 72-volt 20S 8P battery that's not only going to extend our range tremendously, but is also going to be capable of running not just one motor, but also a second one for upgradability. After the summer, you'll also be seeing a video about a whole new light system I'm already planning on doing. I'll also be stripping and repainting the frame and tending to the aesthetic of the bike. So, that's about it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoy this build. See ya.